All right, folks, so here we are with race 2 out of potentially 3. We're going to want to see Team Children of Wonl fire back with a win if we want to see that game 3. And before we get started, I just want to hear, Fade, you guys smack talk for Blunt here? You want to throw some shade? Throw some words at him? Putting you on the spot here.
No, it's fine. I just didn't really appreciate how he didn't decide to game over twice and lost fleet. That was a bit disrespectful to what I thought we were going to be doing, But other than that, it's fine,
Look, I threw the entirety of Sunrise, as a good gesture towards you, and you still lost.
No,
so.
it's cool. It's cool. Nah. This time, just game over 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna get right into the race here. Of course, we're gonna hear some words from Thrasher from the rest of the runners about what they thought and how they're feeling. But we're just gonna go ahead and start the way we can get you guys rolling here. So runners ready?
Ready.
Fade, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. 3 on go. By the way, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right.
And
good luck, have fun, both of y'all.
We're off. So, Spyro 3. It's a beautiful game. My favorite in the trilogy. But Thrasher, let's hear some words from the rest of the teams for Children of Wonl and from Elora Launchers.
Well, Elora Launchers, we definitely had, I can't see them, but definitely all smiles, I can tell in their voices, and especially. Definitely, very proud of, the tricks she was able to show off and, intentionally went for those tricks to, show off, give a good show, that kind of thing. And just, maybe a little bit for that treetops thing. It's still a very hard trick, but getting that even on the third try was still pretty gnarly. And the fish ladder too.
Thank you for rescuing
Team
me.
2, it was they're, maybe sounded a little bit on the disappointed side, but we've still got another race going, and who knows, we might tie this thing up and maybe go into round 3.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I hate to say this, I'm pretty confident we're gonna see a game 3. I there's some fire in Fady, I don't think he has like quite confidence. It's not the right word for it, but I think he knows what he has to do here to secure a really good Spyro 3 time. Unfortunately, missing Waterfall there for a second. We're gonna see if he goes for it a second time, for he hops right over. Nope, going for it a second time. Both runners on Waterfall. But both teams absolutely have the tools. Ooh, Fady at a bit of a disadvantage here now. Gonna go for it a third time. But both teams absolutely have the tools to secure a victory here. Oh, Fady is having a tough one right now.
This is a very precise way to get that swim in air, so I mean, I feel for him. It's very, very peculiar, and he gets it. Okay.
So the deficit we're probably looking at right now is somewhere in the range of 15 to 20 seconds, in favor of Blunt right now. But of course, we have so much run left to go. It's not that it doesn't matter, because obviously it does. But there's so much time for Fady to make up, as well as the rest of his team. Nice little proxy, by the way, from Blunt. I didn't mention it as it was happening, so focused on Fady's perspective. But we actually didn't get to see that in the first game, so pretty dope to see the little Seashell Shore proxy. As far as Fady goes, he's just going to run through the level. Just kind of the classic way, going to run to this little octopus, free up his boy. And, yeah, I just believe that both teams have the tools to win this, and I think that there's going to be a little bit of a fire under the butts of Team Children of Wonl, just because I know that they want to at least see this game 3, and I know they want to be part of the main event.
Absolutely.
So great little wall glide by Blunt, by the way, just to mention that. We're gonna see if he hits the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Heck
And
yeah.
he does. All right, let's see if both runners can. I believe in Fady. Do you believe in Fady?
I believe in Fady.
I believe in Fady. Beatty hits the
Beatty gets it.
Pizza Hut. Come on. Give me the Taco Bell. Give me that. Give me that supreme burrito.
I'll take a Baja Blast if you would.
All right. I'll see if I can DoorDash that in for us. Hold on.
There we go.
Up here in the booth. Oh,
no.
no! Oh, the DoorDash. I can't
And
believe
I
DoorDash is
stay
closed after
thirsty.
10.
I stay thirsty.
Actually,
well.
you can't say that. This is the PG stream.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Here, take this.
Oh, man. We still got some Pizza Huts, so we got a couple of slices to go around to chat. Thank you all for coming out to this event. I didn't get to mention in Game 1, but these events are always so much fun. It's always awesome to see people show up for the Spyro community. So big shout outs to everybody currently in chat and who tuned in at all. You make events like this possible, and I know it means the world to the guys at Spyrothon specifically. And yeah. So quick work, Cloud Spires there for Blunt Bows, little conservation jump. Conversely to what he said actually before the run started, he was saying his first game's Sunrise Spring was pretty bad. This is probably close to his PB pace for Sunrise. He hasn't missed a single thing yet. So definitely a good little performance in the early game here for Blunt. Fady's only real hiccup was well, I guess he missed board too. I was gonna say the waterfall, but not too much distance between these runners still, despite the discrepancies in the tricks that they've hit.
And as we said in the last race, we are still very early in, so anything can happen.
Absolutely. So we're gonna see if Blunt goes for Moose Boost, which is technically a trick, I believe. And I read it after that first race, after Fady didn't technically hit it, I think. Basically, it lets you just kind of head bash this mushroom a little bit faster. No Moose Boost from Blunt, Sag. But both runners out, actually in Sheila's Alp at the same time. So now a level of separation
again,
despite
Spyro.
the trick discrepancy we mentioned.
Hiya, Sheila.
Still anybody's game. It's a beautiful thing. It's just so early on in this run, like specifically in Spyro 3, because you know we saw in the last race, Zombie in particular can be a bit of a problem for runners. Scourge can be a bit of a factor. There's just so many things that could or couldn't go wrong or right, that it's so hard to even like picture what this is gonna look like come the time we get to Midnight Mountain.
Exactly.
But,
There's a whole bunch of make or break things along the way. Having done 1 or 2 3 runs myself, it's a little crazy at some points, and sometimes you'll just nail something tough first try, and then that'll be like the one good thing in the sea of like mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head on over to the.
We're fortunately talking about like two like it's inarguable to say that the two top level runners that are currently running Spyro 300%.
Listen carefully.
100%. So you got Fady 180, who's been tackling this just about as hard at 3 as Anne has been at Vortex.
When I heard
And
the
then
first
we've
one-
got Blunt Bows, who's... Does he still have the world record sweep in Spyro 2 on like any percent, 14 tally, and Hundo?
I'm fairly certain, but if he doesn't, I'm sure somebody in chat will correct us.
Absolutely. He started 3 and I remember him like having his time shoot right down. Like he is very, very well in tune with the movement and how proxies work in Spyro 2 and 3. And 40 orb, as I'm being told in chat.
Yep.
CFG.
And Spyro 2 and 3, in comparison to Spyro 1, are incredibly similar. The movement engines are identical with the exception of course, some minor changes, which of course eliminate double jump from 3. But like the basic movement mechanics and like a lot of the things you can do in Spyro 2, you can also do in Spyro 3. Which is why I think he translated really well when he came over. and really became a force to be reckoned with in the category. I know right now he's really shooting for like a 23-30 in terms of PB. He wants that, and I'm pretty certain that he'll get it within a short time here, possibly even before our main Spirathon event, which you should be on the lookout for, because that'll be coming at you really shortly. But not before. We have our next qualifier next Friday. Be sure to be there if you're enjoying the event so far, as that'll be stellar.
23:30 3 anytime. To be clear, that's were.
Oh, did I say 23?
Yeah. Current.
Oh,
Yeah. There is 123.
I meant
in,
I meant 24:30. My apologies.
So, getting to the end of Bird for both runners. We got into. Let's see here.
Sir, the Vinox.
Yeah, they're actually starting to get. I guess the.
This is a very close race. Like, the Fady hasn't missed much. It's just that Blunt hasn't missed anything. Is the thing here. Blunt realistically is probably on PB pace as we speak. This could be a 24:30. This could be even better than that possibly. We don't know yet. But Blunt, I gotta say, mentality-wise, I don't think there's a runner I have seen handle like being on pace in runs better than Blunt. Just plain and simply, he is so lax. He's always so like smooth with everything. He's never stressed. So this is going to be a tough mound for Fady to climb. But so far, in this run specifically, he is making the climb up Everest, and he is gonna do everything he can to make sure he gets there, gets to the top.
Agreed. He's got the gumption for it. He's got the tenacity. Oh goodness! And Blunt goes into the abyss.
Ooh, first big mistake from Blunt. So that probably loses about 15 to 20. That portal can be deceptively hard to hit. You want to be a little bit more right than Blunt was there, unfortunately. But
You are brave.
still very good run from Blunt so far. That's just their first big mistake, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's just a small aberration. It's just second one nails it like it's nothing.
No bug from Blunt. Okay. We're gonna go for Panda Express or Boulder Proxy here. Also, I just want to point out, Fady hit the big old Croxy. Both runners hitting Croxy this run. Panda Express from Blunt. And hopping right through the out of bounds to the end of level.
Yep.
God, it's so, it's hard to commentate this Thrasher. There's just so much that's going on. The runners are too good. I kind of wish that the runners were like 10 minutes slower, because I could talk about more.
At streamer, can we slow down the run?
Yeah, can you ask them to slow down? Can we get a little bit of fire for the fans? Because these are some fire runs. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, so does Fady 180 get to enjoy some fried rice and orange chicken? Nope. Rip.
No orange chicken. A little bit of fire for the fans. Let's go. John Spirathon blessing us and blessing these runs. Let's go, baby. Fady hitting the big old spin jump. All right. Going into Enchanted is Blunt Blows. Blunt Bows. Blunt Bows. I always say Blunt's name wrong. I just can't say it right. Ooh, a little bit of struggle on the jump there. A bit of a stutter.
Oh, there we go.
Make it the second time.
The part of the run where you give your viewers a headphone warning.
Yep. If you guys have ears, just consider not having them, specifically in Enchanted Towers, as that will typically help you significantly in terms of if you want to hear later in life.
Yep, it's a medical strat, so you don't mess up your hearing.
Yeah.
Right, so Blunt saying hi to Fady as he's exiting Enchanted Towers with Fady entering. Off to Icy Peak. Oh, that's sort of what you want in that proxy for Fady, but it didn't exactly work out. Just a smidge not enough.
I know we mentioned it quite a bit in game 1 here, but one of the key things to look out for with Fady is, unfortunately, or fortunately, they're on PSTV now, which is a better platform in terms of just purely the speed of loads, but it is messing up his muscle memory quite a bit, and it's on display here.
At the very least, Blunt is kind of giving him a chance to catch up, because unfortunately this Icy Peak jump is not being very forgiving at the moment. But
All right, hitting at that try. I do want to mention he didn't do Ice Wall again, and that makes me sad. That's all. It's just a funnier trick. I'm not here for quality runs. I've said this numerous times. I'm only here for the comedy of runs. And doing the funnier tricks is automatically cooler, such as Waffle Proxy in Enchanted Towers, which neither runner went for, and that breaks my heart, and I'm sure it breaks Waffle Wizard 1's heart.
Yeah, he seems very disappointed, very crestfallen, I can see.
A shame.
Yep.
Speaking of things we're going to be breaking, Fady electing not to break the wall here, instead deciding to go for the glide, and unfortunately missing it. He went for Ice Wall as well, but oh no,
That was
Fady.
unfortunate.
So one of the really quirky things about Spyro 3 is occasionally when you're jumping off of a surface, Spyro can get what is known as a stutter jump, which we saw just now with Fady. Basically, he just doesn't properly jump off the ledge, and so because of that, you just kind of flop a little bit and you lose the height. So when doing that Icy Peak jump, you just can't make it. It's just not possible if you get that stutter jump. So instead of, being happy, you just have to cry a little bit, and then that's about it.
Yep. For all of you that have had trouble beating Spike, casually or otherwise, Blunt provided a little bit of catharsis there for making very short work of him.
My tactical
As we see Fady do the same. Right?
Yep. So now that we're into the third home world, what are your thoughts so far in terms of the Spyro 3 section? Because obviously both runners making a couple of mistakes. Blunt easily right now making less mistakes, I would say, just because of Fady's unfortunate early game with Waterfall being the primary example of just some unfortunate luck in the beginning. But
if I were to make a prediction, I feel like Blunt is probably going to be the one to finish first. However, Fady's definitely going to have a much tinier gap behind him than on the last run. I feel very confident in Fady on, especially on this evening. Like that's coming up.
I am in a similar position to you. However,
Listen to me, Dragon.
I think, and this is just me throwing some shade out there, I think Fady's got the smoke. I think he's ready to clean up this evening lake. I think he's tired of some of these more kind of unfortunate mistakes he's been making, and he's going to just fully clean up here in a moment. Whereas Blunt, I don't know if he has like the same fire. Blunt, like I said, he is the most calm, cool, collected runner you'll ever see.
I will glad.
But I think Fady has like that passion, that want to really kind of bring this to a game 3, which, Blunt, he's not playing with pressure. He's not playing under the premise of like, oh, this is game 1. If I lose this, we're behind 1. If they lose it, they still get a chance. Whereas like it's do or die for Fady and the team over at Children of Wonl. So
yeah, there's definitely more stakes, and in their court than in Blunt's right now.
Yeah.
But we don't
And,
want that to lead to complacency in either team. Let's be certain on that.
We're also looking at a pretty tight Spire 3 still. Like, they're probably within a minute of each other right now.
Agree?
Like, give or take.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good assessment.
And, you know, of course, a minute. There are several tricks in this category that could save or lose a minute, or around a minute, depending on what you do. So, for example, if Blunt has trouble doing Zombie, as Fady did in the first race, this could very, very well turn into a pretty dire situation for Team Elora launch. However, you never know. You never know what to expect. There's also Firefly, there's also Scorch, there's also Helmet Proxy, and as we saw with both runners, Sorceresses, you can also just get rolled by Sorceress. So, you never know. You just don't.
As a reminder, Fady is still trying to get used to the input lag of the PSTV, so I feel like there might still be
Firefly.
some... Yeah, that's a wonderful Firefly proxy that we just saw from Blunt.
So, just to, like, assess it a bit, I know we mentioned Spartan Ripto being one of the hardest tricks in Spyro 2. The hardest trick in Spyro 3,
Thanks for helping out.
unequivocally, in my opinion, is probably Firefly Proxy. Like, there just isn't proxy that is anywhere near as precise, nor RNG related, which Blunt has kind of knocked down to a science all the different positions that the Firefly can be in. That way he can adequately make that proxy. Which, again, just is a testament to the quality of runner that we're looking at in Blunt. Fady, doing the same thing. Unfortunately, the input delay does play a pretty significant factor in doing proxies, which is one of the most key components of this race, or run in particular.
Ghostly Trickster bringing up a good point. There's also an alternate to Firefly, the Rhinoc proxy that Greta just casually suplexes when you're progressing through the level normally. You can actually proxy off of the dead body before it explodes, and that'll launch you pretty much so you don't have to cross the bridge. You can just go right to the end of the level.
Yeah. It's,
but again, very precise. Oh, we have a missed zombie from Blunt.
It looks like you'll have...
Oh, and he's on 0 lives too. This might get a little dicey.
Alright, so what Blunt needs to do here now, and I say needs with like much emphasis, on one of the 3 cats or on the archer, he needs to hit a cat or archer proxy to get to the end of level. If he is not able to do that, he will have to go back into Lost Fleet to get zombie again to have another chance. So this is a very, very important moment for Blunt in this run. This is potentially make it or break it. This is definitely a chance for Fady to possibly kick that door open. So we're gonna see here. He can also get hit and pass away. That is another thing that could happen. All right, a little bit of a struggle on
Let's
Cat.
see what the second.
Oh no! Gonna talk to the fairy. Last chance. Oh no!
Nice.
All right, he has to go for Archer. Oh wait, does Blunt know that he can't get up the whirlwind? Well, no, he actually, there's one other cat that he can do. I forgot about the last cat that's on the bridge that he can go for. So this is his actual last shot here. If he does die here, or if he does not hit this, we are looking at a tough one. Oh no! Oh no!
Pushed into the
So,
blue goop. That's gonna be massive.
This is now, for sure, in the Spyro 3 portion, anybody's game.
We do have a race.
It's been a race, I would say, but now Ooh, Fady struggling on zombie. As we saw in game 1, it can be. Oh no, he's on 0 lives too.
On 0 lives too.
Oh, okay, he died. He
And
passed
that's
away.
a game over for Fady 180.
Okay, and Blunt hits it. So, oh no. It's a volatile category. Like it just is. It's a tough one.
It will eat you up and spit you out if you let it. It's very brutal.
Are we talking about the whale or are we talking about the category?
The category.
Oh, okay. I thought the whale spit you out.
If it was whale, it would be like what, 60 egg, 100 egg, X number of eggs.
Fady hesitant on that one. I don't know if you saw the hesitation on that zombie, but that was a. I don't think he's sure of this one. All right, Blunt going for cat proxy again. This time he nails on the second one. Fady hitting. All right, we are honestly pretty close. We are within about 30 seconds of each other right now.
Yeah.
If Fady is able to hit cat proxy, specifically on the first one, he'll be looking pretty smooth heading into Scorch. But man, oh god,
this is getting wild.
This Evening Lake, it is the hardest hub, purely in terms of tricks in this category. And Fady hits the cat proxy.
Nice.
Once again, I will notate Fady 180 is the most attractive Spyro 3 speedrunner currently in existence.
That's
what
the
that has
best
to do?
Freddie Mercury stash you've ever seen.
That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Now, the question we have to ask regarding that is, will Fady and his team be singing "We Are the Champions" come the end of this three-way race? Because that's something to be looking for here. Hopefully we have that music on standby, and the Spyrothon Twitch account doesn't get copyright striked. Smile.
Like looks like we got a green rocket for Mr. Blunt.
Yep.
On Scorch.
Another green, it looks like. Oh, getting hit. Okay. Oh, okay. So, one thing to really look out for here in a moment is... Alright, we got a red finally. Is if Blunt takes a death here, or if... Well, no, he has a red now. Both runners are in a good spot. Or an okay spot. Unfortunately, Fady getting green rocketed as well. If Blunt takes a hit here and passes away, we're gonna be in some dire straits.
Yep.
That will give Fady a pretty significant potential lead, but Blunt taking it. Does he not die there? Am I insane? Or did he die? We don't have audio.
I don't seem to recall him dying here in Scorch.
No, I mean like where he did you see him like jump off the platform and glide out? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Don't remember.
Alright, both runners finishing up Scorch here is Fady. Blunt about to do helmet, which is I don't even want to call it the final hurdle, because the sorceress is the sorceress can be quite the challenge in herself there. Alright.
Very cruel mistress.
Yes. That's the whole category.
Speaking of, here's Helmet Proxy, which is also very cruel.
I thought you were gonna say here's Bianca.
I know you.
Alright, chat, I have to ask an honest question as an honest man. With zero context as to what this question is asking, Bianca or Elora, you fill in the blank as to what the or Elora is for.
Rather have Bianca do my taxes, so Bianca.
What do you
She
mean?
seems smart.
You're telling me Elora doesn't seem smart?
They both seem smart, it's just one seems smarter, because one studies magic.
Magic. But do you think magicians believe in taxes, Thrasher? I don't
That's a good
think
point.
they do. I don't believe in taxes. Also, bear with us here as we transition. I know Phoenix is working super hard to make sure this goes as seamlessly as possible, but unfortunately, runners are going to be fishing here at roughly the same time, so it's going to be tough to make this look as smooth as it possibly can. But trust me when I tell you, Phoenix will do their absolute best to make it as smooth and good as possible. Man. Also,
Yep.
I just want to remind chat, please do not remind us of you committing tax evasion. Spirathon cannot be held liable for these offenses, and we do not condone them. All right,
That's
what
a GG for
finishing up?
Blunt, but Beatty's probably not going to be too far behind.
I just want to say, they both had terrible sorcerers fights in the first one, and now are both having very good sorcerers fights in the second. So that's something. Both of them got tanked, and Fady finishing on the right screen. I see that sliver and finished for Fady. GG's to Fady. GG's to Blunt. Heading on into Noyar versus Chow's Mouse, round 2.
We got a little bit more of a quicker start for both of them, so they're going to be a lot closer now.
Yeah. I definitely want to make mention of the fact that during the game 2, or during the game 1, or after game 1 rather, for Noyar, they did mention in chat they are feeling the nerves. They are sweating. They are, you know, fully feeling it. So I am I'm looking at these runners and I'm thinking about what kind of nerves we're gonna be expecting. Looks like Phoenix is trying to get Chouse's perspective up here. We're having a bit of trouble, but hopefully we'll get that resolved here in a moment.
Still doing a fantastic job, like switching through a whole bunch of different perspectives all at once, I want to say.
There we go. We finally got loading up.
There we go. Sadly,
And
we missed out on Glimmer for them, but we almost got a bug proxy from
boy. Beetle being probably the hardest proxy in Spyro 2. He hits the second one though.
Definitely.
Gets all these juicy extra gems. Gotta love it. Beetle is probably the equivalent of Firefly from Spyro 3, which we mentioned in the first round here was probably the toughest trick of V3. So we're gonna see Chouse go for it. Oh no, just both of them got essentially the same proxy there. Like they were identical height-wise. We're gonna see if Chouse can mimic him once more and hit it. Oh my god. It's like we're watching the same run.
It's almost like we're watching the same run, you're right.
The only difference here though is Noyar is going for all these gems and Chouse isn't, because he's gonna go for either Sproder into Ripto or Sproder into Theater. I wouldn't be surprised if after Sproder and Ripto from the first run he might consider going for Sproder into Theater, but I wouldn't discount either as a potential thing that happens.
I feel like it's probably gonna be based on exactly what kind of nerves he's feeling and how far ahead or behind he is.
Yeah, if I'm Chouse and this is just me thinking out loud, I'm going for Sproder into Theater. I want to secure as good a 14 tally time as I possibly can, depending on where he's at come that point in the run. But as it's sitting right now, both runners in identical positions. Like, this race couldn't be much closer. Of course, we are going to see some potential discrepancies in that due to the differences in strategies that both runners implement in their runs. But, you know, before the runs actually started, I talked to Chouse for like a little bit. And one of the things they mentioned to me is that they've been doing some resetlisses, you know, kind of getting themselves in the right mindset to do this. And they've had some just inconsistent runs. Like, they've been having a tough time with certain tricks, tough time, like, putting together just generally, like, consistently solid runs. So we could see this side of the, or this run in particular be a very good run. in comparison to his last run, which by no means was a bad run. It was still stellar, still better than myself or many other runners could put on. But by his standards, I'm certain that he wants to put on a better performance here in this one, comparatively. So
Yeah. It does make sense that there's probably maybe not quite as much consistency in between runs because, as you've said yourself during Spyro 3, these are very volatile categories, so just about anything can happen.
absolutely. There's just a number of factors at play here, in terms of just purely the There's an anime on our screens for a moment. John Spyrothon, can you tell me what anime that was? It looked familiar to me.
Drop sauce. Drop sauce in chat.
Drop sauce?
Very good. How do we call that in Heracos where we nestle into the machinery to try and clip through? Well, whatever
I
it
think
is,
most people
mouse
call it
got in.
Heracos. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I listen. John Spyrothon is a pious man. I can say that much. They would never watch anything that is suggestive. But anyway, we're heading on. I just can't get over the fact that anime was on the screen.
It's alright.
Oh, Noyar getting a lot less gems there the last time. Maybe they're gonna go out after this. Maybe. Oh, that's gonna be what they do, isn't it? Yep. So they're gonna go out here and you can get through this wall from the inside because they coded it a certain way. So the gem routing was intentional, but not intentional in terms of how they got them. That's cool. Anyway. Oh, it was Black Butler. That's what the anime was.
Oh, we missed the turtle proxy on Chouse's side. Let's see if we get the backup here. Oh,
so
Punk's in
you mentioned a backup, but really there unfortunately just isn't a backup. You just have to go again and go again and go again and go again.
Yeah, because he didn't buy string. That's right. That's correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Specifically, Chouse is just like, he's just shoehorned into doing every hard strat in the first hub. He just has to. Otherwise, he just has literally zero shot at continuing the run even. So here we're gonna see Chouse take a pretty solid lead because he doesn't need to do any of this gem collection. Because his gem count is significantly better because he didn't have to spend 500 like Noyar. And we're gonna see that be kind of a constant theme throughout the runs, that Noyar is going to probably lose a couple seconds here or there in levels, not because he's moving any worse or performing any worse, but because of the different strategies as well as the gem collection. Which of course Noyar didn't do turtle because he wants to collect all these good gems, and Chouse just doesn't need them, basically.
Yep. He's in the part of the run where the risk is definitely at play, but the reward afterwards is.
Ooh, Chouse hitting the big sheet.
Beautiful. That's.
Sorry.
I will be honest. That is the first time I've ever seen that.
Chouse is on a
I haven't seen
stellar
a
run right
lot
now.
Granted, I haven't seen a lot of 14 tally runs necessarily, but that was amazing. That's actually the first I've ever seen that. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. So that's the most optimal way you can do Aquaria Towers, basically, is just hitting that proxy the way he did. That was stellar. Also,
hi to Noyar on his way out.
Okay, Spyro, jump through
quick
that
shout
hole
out to
in the
John Spyrothon typing in the chat right now. They're about to drop a little link with the anime / screenshot that popped up on our end as commentators, just for context. I hope this makes into the video on the official Spyrothon YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to by doing !YouTube in the chat. It's a great place if you want to check out some cool Spyrothon content and awesome Spyro runs that you haven't possibly caught in the past.
With the Black Butler screenshot interspersed in between. Alright, so we've got a pretty neat and easy crush we've got in store for y'all on Mouse's end. Gonna be hit to reset the attack cycle. Oop, make sure you don't get crushed by those boulders. That's an extra hit you don't want. Sheep. So he doesn't die in one hit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There have been a lot of crazy and surprising things that have happened so far in this run. However, I will say I do, on a personal level, feel very betrayed that Jonathan Spirathon didn't personally invite me to watch Black Butler with them. I'm sorry, I'm getting hung up on this. It's just so funny to me that that happened. But either way,
right, Dylan.
we're in Crush. There's not a lot to talk about. We touched on it. The fast hits. You want to do it optimally quickly, but
Again,
Chaos,
Chow saying
he's
hi
just
on the
gaming.
way out. Yep.
They're just having
is
a great run.
Yeah, this is a fire run from Mouse, and Noi is definitely keeping up too. He may not have maybe 5 gems or 500 gems later, but still definitely keeping pace.
Yeah. So there's that discrepancy, and we're also gonna see some time save in favor of Noyar later in the run, because he won't have to do a Sproder, regardless of if it's into Theater or into Ripto. Instead, he'll be doing the Swim in Air in Winter Tundra, which technically Sproder into Ripto is faster, but only if you hit it first try. And as we saw in the last race, it's exactly the easiest thing to hit first try. So, not to jinx Mouse here, but it's definitely possible that they struggle with it a bit more, as we saw in the first one. But it's also equally possible that they just hit it first try because they're a gamer. And right now they are on an absolute pace. They are killing it.
They're on a flyer. Oop. Just a little bit of an ego check there from that Snowball Witch, but we're still moving.
Yep. Thankfully, in Spyro 2, like, Sparks level really doesn't matter that much. Like, it matters, because, like, you want to collect gems, you don't want to be Sparks-less, but there are just so many avenues to pick up Sparks that even taking those 2 hits, it's more so painful that you lose, like, 3 seconds or whatever to it than it is that you possibly will be Sparks-less. Even though it's the category where, really, you need it, because you need to collect gems in comparison to the other 2, so...
Certainly.
Yep. Once again, runners seeing each other kind of on their ways in and out of the level, kind of high-fiving on their way through. Noyar hit. Ooh, unfortunately, struggling to bit on like that Sproder movement. I think Noi actually just does the glide version. So there are 2 ways you can actually get up that wall, using like that kind of similar method that Noi just did. One, you can do what Chouse did, and you can kind of do a little bit of a small Sproder, and alternatively, you can do what Noi did and get like a little flop up. Both work. I personally find the Sproder easier. Some people find the flop easier. Once again, another beautiful thing about this Spyro game that we all play is there are a number of strategies to accommodate a number of different folk. So, pretty poggers.
That said, if you aren't as practiced like I am, you free the other guys, and they just make a handy little kind of stepping stone kind of thing for you to get up there too. It just wastes a good handful of seconds.
There's even a third strat where you jump on top of a skull if you really want to. But I think now that we're heading to Breeze Harbor on Chow's perspective, we're seeing some of that fire I mentioned. Like I said, I knew the children of Wonl would be coming at this like second set with a vengeance. Like, they want this win. They do not want to give up 2 straight games. And we're seeing Mouse go for massless. It's not free. It's not free. At 2% milk, it is not free. You lied to me.
It's not free, but he was just a couple of cents short. He almost.
Yeah.
Thanks for
It's a tough trick. It just is.
Yep.
All right, we're seeing Mouse. Thank you, John Spirathon. All right. Heading right on out of Breeze Harbor. We're going to see Neuer head on in a moment here. And both runners in the last run struggled at least a little bit on Climbless here. So I'm interested to see if we see a repeat of that or if that was just nerves. I assume it was just nerves.
Probably just nerves.
There we go.
There's a lot at stake here.
All right, Mouse getting the little Sproder on that castle roof thing. I don't know what to call it. Are we going to see Massless? No Massless from Neuer. I can't blame him. There's no point in going for Massless. I mean, there is. It's really swaggy. It's really cool, but I just wouldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Just a second. But yeah, because both of these runners didn't do Climbless on first try, they're probably going to be a lot more deliberate on when they jump this go around, which is going to ultimately be faster.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see how Neuer does with the Climbless here in a second. Okay. Hits that like it's nothing. Hits the second. Hits the third. And not a bonk in sight for Neuer. Let's go.
Cool.
Very smooth from
There's
both
the
runners.
high five again. Yeah, very smooth from both runners.
I gotta say, like, the first race, hype. But I'm just getting into this. Like, I don't know who's gonna win. Like, I am floored by the performances out of everybody so far. Like, they are absolutely killing it. Everybody involved. I know that if Blunt were in here or Fady were in here, like, that run wasn't that good. But from the perspective of a runner that is nowhere near their level, they are out of this world good, and so are Chouse and Neuer. They are both absolutely killing it right now.
Speaking of killing it, we've got a good old Satyrless attempt here from Chouse Mouse. Let's root for him. Let's pull for him. Let's see if he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Since its discovery in this category, I think just over a year and a half ago, Satyrless unfortunately has grown the reputation of being known as a run killer. Now, had he hit that first try, there would be a very, very sizable lead heading out of this level, considering Noi doesn't do it. But now that he has to re-enter to do it, if he hits it, he'll still be ahead, but not by nearly as much, unfortunately, because of just how hard it is. It's just...
He's committed now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good old strat comparison video that's happening right in front of your eyes.
Yep. And just to talk about what happens with Satyrless, the reason why last time when he did fall through the scenery and he got the... Oh no.
That hurts.
Oh no, Mouse! Oh,
I'm not
you're
in that
so
voice
cool.
call, but I can hear him. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So, man. All right. Just to explain it a bit better, the thing that he did and why he had to leave is because the scenery or the actual fawn loaded in, and the thing that you want to avoid, specifically when that whole you're doing that whole sequence, is you want to avoid looking at the fawn, which is why he's doing the camera this way. And if you do load the fawn in any way, unfortunately, it just... Oh no.
Man.
Okay.
Mad respect. Mad respect, though, for going for this, though. He's going free in the Satyrs.
Yeah, he has to at this point, I think. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
That is a heartbreaker, but still mad respect for going on such a difficult strat. But unfortunately, that's going to give Neuer the lead. It's going to be unfortunate for the children of Wonl for if they want a third chance to maybe sneak the win away.
Yeah. It's still anybody's game, truly. Like,
Yeah,
for example, nothing for nothing. There are still several tricks that can save Mouse quite a bit of time that he still has up his sleeve that I don't believe Noyar does. As well as there's an opportunity here in Gulp where, depending on how each runner's Gulp fight goes, it could swing the favor towards, again, either of these runners. It's just going to be a factor of what happens, you know? Man, my heart just goes out to Mouse because I know how volatile this category can be. I don't do that trick because I just think it's insane. Satyrs is just immensely hard. But the time you lose to it, the actual trick itself, it's just, especially with how close he was on the first attempt, he was just a little bit too far left. If he was a little bit further right, he would have got right into her talk box and got that trick off. But we're moving on. We're heading into Shady Oasis from the perspective of the Elora launchers, and Mouse still not far behind, just a level really.
Yeah.
But there's still quite a bit of time between these runners right now, about a minute. It's just, that's tough.
Well, at this point, the best we can do is say, all right, that happened. Let's keep it rolling.
Yep. That's exactly what Mouse needs to do here. I mean, you can't live in the past. You got to keep moving. That's what the reset lists are. I mean, if you're doing like just a straight run, you just need to accept that those things are going to happen. Like, unfortunately, if we're not playing for PB, you're just going to run to situations like that. So, all right. Ooh. Okay, so Noyar is Sparksless here in Shady Oasis, which is interesting. His gem count is incredibly good, so I don't think he'll run to too much of issue. And he's coming up on a Peacock to pick up here as a fodder. But if he does somehow accidentally pass away here in a moment, that could be a good little time save.
Lamed the Peacock, so he's got a buffer.
Mm-hmm. It's just little things like that that can make a big difference in this race, though. I mean, had he taken a death there, we would have looked at probably about something like 10 seconds in favor of Team Children of Wonl. But even still, I mean, you know, it's I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of what we need to see here from Chouse in these closing splits. Because we are hitting crunch time before we go into Vortex with Gluten Nan. I don't know.
Well, we were talking about the possibility of Spoder and Ripto and whether or not he's going to go for it. Might be shaping that he might have to roll those dice, but it's all up to him on whether he wants to do that or not.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, we still do have an entire other run to go. So that could 100% change the complexion of this relay. But right now, we're focused on this 14 tally run, and, you know, it went from looking very good for Mouse to not quite as good in these last couple of splits. So definitely pulling for a good end game here for him, as I know he's capable of it, 110%. But also, I know that they, like I said, the fire from this team, they are showing up in this game too. They want a game 3 more than anything.
They're hungry. They want that.
I wouldn't even say they're hungry. I would say they're starving. That's what I think they are. They need this chance. I know everybody wants a shot at being a part of Spirathon, and all 3 of these runners, all 6 of these runners rather, are absolutely fiending for it. So, all right.
Thanks for helping me.
Noyar finishing up Zephyr right as Chouse is finishing up Shady. So we're going to see Noyar be the first to tackle Gulp. And see Chouse go on to tackle Zephyr. Which I'm assuming we're going to go for Balloon Proxy and stuff like that. But I'm just not sure what else what else Chouse can do to bring this back fully. Obviously, the wall can give Noyar some possible trouble. The swim in
Hi,
air,
Spyro.
you know, I've missed that
Would you
numerous
like
times on paces.
Great.
So there are definitely factors at play that could lean towards either runner getting a little bit of an edge in the closing moments here. But man,
Might be.
it's just
It is quite a nail biter, especially for children of Wonl. They're probably gonna be hoping Neuer maybe doesn't have the pterodactyls cooperate as well as he would hope.
little double barrel to start off his gulp fight, as you say that. That is the most optimal way you can start a gulp fight. You get the 2 barrels, get the 2 rockets, and then you're heading right into the RNG phases instantly, without even having to worry about another phase. Saves quite a bit of time. Obviously, the less phases you have to wait for the pterodactyls to drop stuff, the less you have to worry about them. Neuer making a bit of a mistake grabbing that rocket really early on. Unfortunately, not able to get a double out of it, but fortunately for the children of Wonl, he didn't get that double, I guess. All right.
We need a lot more to happen for
Ooh, a lot of triple bombs. So this is what I'm saying. If Neuer cannot secure another double for the rest of this fight, and he just gets 4 singles in a row off of just terrible RNG, this is a huge swing possibly. All right, there's a rocket in the barrel, so he's not gonna get quite that. Taking his time a bit. All right, a lot of patience there. I like that. It's very smart by Neuer. Not really rushing his phase, making sure he can secure the doubles where he can. But here, if he gets 2 more triple bombs, not gonna get that. He's good. He's in the clear. This will work. Oh no, it won't.
Oh yeah, that was
he's
a
not
little
hurting.
off.
Oh, and he can't get the bomb
Oh,
to
and
light.
it didn't even, and the fuse didn't light either. Oh,
Oh
this
no.
This is going to be ending in tears.
I
so please be
spoke
careful.
too soon. I spoke way too soon.
See,
Chat,
now
do not.
we've got the door open a little bit here.
Let's see if House can kick it right open. All right, so, you know, he's not exactly in a great spot here, Mouse. But he is doing what he can to put up a fight, getting his own double barrel at the first stage of Gulp. Ooh. Another thing to mention here is Penguin Proxy, which I don't believe Neuer goes for. So Neuer is gonna just go straight left. He's gonna play the really quiet game. Go for like this Penguin Proxy. Fortunately misses it. Hops up here nice and quick. Very speedy from Noi.
Beautiful.
But if we see a really quick Penguin Proxy from Chouse too.
And then an SIR,
This
we're on the edge
is
of the seat.
juicy. This is juicy.
I've got that gamer lean going on, and I'm not even playing.
Me too. Neuer hopping on into Dragon Shores. Chouse still in Gulp. Once again, though, there's still a lot of things that could happen. I'm not saying it's likely, but the runner could always... Either runner could die in Ripto as well. I'm not saying it's likely, but I've seen it happen.
Definitely.
All right. Neuer getting a very nice wall, hopping on up. The one big thing that Neuer cannot afford to do right now is miss input. He doesn't, thank God. I didn't mention it in game 1, because we were kind of in the middle of some stuff for Chouse. But one like crazy, terrible thing that can happen in these 14 talisman runs when you have swim is if you charge while you're in that water, your game will simply just crash, which is horrendous. And if that does happen, you unfortunately just have to take it on the chin. Thankfully, Neuer did not, and we're going to see him attempt the swim in air here. Good lineup, and
Beautiful.
he hits it. All right. So now
Let's
Chouse
hear-
really needs to clean up his Winter Tundra. He needs to have a very nice one. Okay. Oh my god, dude. That's the second time he's gotten that same penguin. Poor guy. No.
The problem is that that's such an itsy bitsy little target to try and jump off of.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right, and he hits the third penguin proxy. Oh, and he's good. Okay. I thought he was going to do something funny there. I thought he was going to be comedic. Wait, no, he is being comedic. What's happening?
Brand new, never before seen strat.
Well, no,
nah,
he actually did that in the first run. But I didn't expect him to turn for some reason. I just forget that you can do that. All right. So it's looking like heading into Spyro 1, we are going to be looking at a solid lead here from Team Elora launchers. The children of Wonl praying to Wonl themselves as we see Anchovy take the reins in Spyro 1. And they're not moving currently.
It's kind of chill. Oh,
there we go. They were just vibing for a second. They were chilling.
This really is gonna make Lude have his work cut out for him.
Come on, Chouse. Hit this for the boys back home. Hit this for the children of Wonl.
Oh no! Nuts.
No. Man. I don't know what. Man, Glued is going to have to put together a stellar performance here, I think.
Not only that, I mean, he's probably going to have to count on Anne going for the major stuff and not getting it.
But if we know Anne will go for everything.
She will. She wants to put on a good show. She wants to put down a good run. And with the amount of practice she's had in it, she's definitely got the gumption to nail everything.
Oh, man. Chow's just having a tough time. It's Sprout and Ripto. It's, like I said, the toughest trick in the trilogy, I would argue. If I had to pick, it is this trick.
Right, yeah.
All right. Chows, come on. You can do it. And getting a follow.
Yep.
Well, currently on Spyro. little fish pog there. All right, heading into Toast. Chows. I thought they were. I thought they were AFK.
I think he was just taking a moment to take a deep breath and go, you know what? You got this. You got this. Dog proxy from Anne. Oh, we get the Spur and the Ripto from Mouse.
All right, thank God. I also do want to just once again make mention, these runs are just volatile. Spyro 2 arguably having the single hardest endgame trick in any of these games. Specifically with what Chouse is doing. And to run that in a marathon setting, specifically in a relay, it takes an immense amount of courage, takes an immense amount of guts. And yeah, it's unfortunately just didn't pay off, but we still have Glued on Vortex coming up, and you never know what could happen. I'm just gonna put my hands up and say that. I know the whole never say never thing is it's just something that's commonly said, but really, just never say never. We don't know what could happen. We don't know what factors could happen. But I'm in my heart of hearts, while I do love both teams immensely, my heart is pulling for Children of Wonl to make a stellar comeback here. With Loves to Be Glued at the reins here, coming in hot to Artisans.
We got Anne into Reavers, so we're a homeworld behind between both teams. But anything could happen. We've got some pretty gnarly tricks coming up on both of these Vortex runs, especially in the later homeworlds. So let's see here. So
Right, and going for the double whiz. No double whiz.
Nope, no double whiz.
All right, my heart just broke a little bit.
She might actually be just kind of going, you know what? I flexed enough on the first run. Let's just lock it in for this one.
All right. So there are so many insane tricks that can lose ample amounts of time in this category. So once again, I do want to say, while I do not hope it happens, it is very possible that Anne falls victim to some of these tricks being a bit not fun, a bit not epic or poggers. But we'll see here for sure. I'm trying to put together a combination in my head of what Glued can do here to make a comeback, and what we would need to see.
He's been putting in a lot of practice in resetlesses as of recent.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah.
Town Square.
Yeah, Town Square will be a little bit punchy some days. Yeah, he's been putting down a lot of different runs in Vortex, and he's been on a few 21 paces, so he's definitely got that kind of fire in him.
Once again, in this category, Tuco, he can just be the deciding factor here. That is something we can't discount. We could see a new Tuco world record. I believe the current record is something like 19th try, Tuco?
It is. I do believe it is 20, and that is held by one CF Game Breaker.
What does the CF stand for?
I will leave that up to them to reveal. Because I don't know.
That is true, Mio. 74th try Tuco is possible. A little bit of fire for the fans. A little bit of fire for the Spyrothon gamers here tonight.
Okay, we got a little turkey baiter happening here on Anne's screen. And we get it. Good little fast little ditty that saves you about 7 seconds over freeing the fairies to activate the whirlwind.
More fire for the fans.
Yeah. Alright, so we're...
Just want to
starting
say, and great Vortex run so far.
Absolutely.
Not a single big mistake from what I've seen. But also, I'm looking between perspectives, so if I miss something, don't mind me.
Yeah. I may be a little cross-eyed at the moment because there's 4 different pieces of gameplay I'm looking at here. And they're both the same.
Yeah. All right.
Good old shock glide there. So we're also entering Dreamweavers for Glued. Fun fact I think you all should know about Mr. Loves to be Glued. He started this category playing on keyboard on emulator. And what's the first trick? What's the first trick he decides to grind? He grinds punted turnaround on keyboard. Now, that's hard enough to do on D-pad. Doing it on keyboard is mad levels of dedication and skill. So we get launched up in the air. It doesn't quite give him the height he's like, oh, never mind. He was able to save it with the charge. Neat.
Mind you that I will say that while Glued did do that, it is one of the most in-character things for Glued to have ever done. Like, if I
100%.
anticipated Glued learning a trick in Vortex, if you told me he did it on anything aside from the DK bongos, a keyboard, or like a Guitar Hero guitar, I wouldn't believe you. I just wouldn't. It's just a testament to the type of character Glued is, really.
And going for fish ladder. She's going for alpine jump, but unfortunately,
Anne wants to secure this win.
She does.
No, they want it. They want fish ladder. I don't blame Anne if they want to secure the win. I would want to be on the main stage.
Oh,
more than anything.
That's 2 flops. That ain't gonna make it. And I'd like to stress this is a very difficult, very precise wall glide. You have to be goodness me, how much practice did I put in trying to get 1? It had to have been like over like 10 cumulative hours of practice just to get 1.
Yeah.
You
This
have to
is the
nail-
Spyro 1 equivalent of Sproder and Ripto, which we saw earlier from Mouse.
Yep.
Also,
Lucky
ain't giving
goes-
up.
Yeah, I get the
That's-
impression it might have been a little bit since she's gone the normal way, since she's been going for this or for fish ladder quite a lot.
Mhm.
Maybe, yeah. But otherwise, she's got a very comfortable lead out of Mr. Loves to be Glued.
And it's got quite a bit to play with, but if we see another level like Alpine, this gap is going to close up pretty quick. Like, Lofty
Yeah.
Castle, not a particularly long level, especially with Turkey Vader, which we saw
There-
Glued hit pretty nicely in his first run.
And also with Lofty, these runners are making this look very easy, but trust me when I say these jumps are very precarious, especially when you're starting out. Like, those are meant to be made with help from a whirlwind.
Wow,
and they're just nailing that. Yeah,
did
like
you
that.
see him work with that mushroom? Like, that
Yep.
mushroom was fully in the way, but he still, like, compensated. That was incredible from Glued.
Yeah, that's... Flip that! No, I'm just kidding.
Flip that!
But yeah,
No!
flip that.
Flip that!
Any flippers in chat?
Chad, if you could quickly smash a 1 key on your keyboard and hit enter if you're
Oh, my.
enjoying this race here, I would really appreciate that, as would the runners.
Got a little overzealous with the jumping there on the supercharge. He had to run back up the hill to get it.
Yeah. We're running up that hill, just like it's TikTok.
Yeah.
And speaking of TikTok, time on this run is running out. We are heading into the final half of the Vortex run for both runners. Like, it's do or die for team Children of Wonl. Like, we need to see this game 3. I will die by the fact that we need to see the game 3. And going for the funny boost, not hitting it, unfortunately. I really want a game 3. I just do in my heart.
It
But-
would definitely be hype. It would definitely be
Yeah.
an awesome way to end the night.
Mm-hmm. We got a couple of Among Us in chat, some sussy bakas, if you will. And here we see Glued entering Magic Crafters as Anne is on the last level of it. So, we mentioned
Tuco can be
Tuco.
a level. Tuco can be a level in of itself. Let's be honest here.
That's absolutely true. So Careless, that is something that is completely up to the discretion of Jonathan Spyrothon, as well as the runners if they would like to still participate. I'm personally open to commentating a third, but I cannot speak for everyone.
We shall see. Oh, and we got a first try drive for Anne. So
Okay.
Tuco's really,
Pretty good to it
You
does
know-
tonight.
pretty generous.
2 firsts and a third? Like, that's not too bad.
Yeah. I'm on Spyrothon? Ooh, I better look good.
Yeah. He has to make the category look accessible and fun. The way
Yeah,
people run it,
and
the way he
not-
can bully them.
Yeah, and not the hair tearing out it can be.
His full legal name, by the way, Saint, is Jonathan Ezekiel Spyrothon. If you were curious.
Thought the middle name was John Jinglehammer.
Also, I'm pretty sure Anne might have just not hit MDS, which is not Poggers. MDS,
They
of course,
have the-
standing for
Redacted.
my Dylan special, my Dylan Spyrothon.
My Dylan special, yes. That's precisely what it means, and nothing else.
Yes. And anyone who implies that there's a further meaning to it, no.
Bonk. Making our way out of caves for Mr. Glued. Dan gonna go for the Superman on this time around in Cliff. Oh. Yep, we are. And do we get it? Do we get it? No. It's worth going for at least once. That's probably about 4 seconds at the very least.
Mm-hmm. So it does add up, like the little mistakes. It's just going to be a matter of really how clean a run Glue can put together from this point on. And if there's a big, like, there needs to be at least one big mistake for Man. Like,
Yeah,
they would need to
it
miss,
needs to be
like,
monster
Dr.
size.
Shemp.
Yeah,
They would need to miss Dr. Shemp, like, 4 times or something
yeah.
to really put Glue in a position to possibly make the comeback, I think.
From what we've seen so far, she is erring on the side of caution compared to what she'd usually go for. So I think she just wants this to be... She wants it locked in for her team. And we get first try Shemp.
All right. Anne is just putting in a clinic right now. Just a stellar run. Like, I think there are a few things that have gone wrong in this run. I wouldn't be surprised if this is remotely close to PB pace. It's probably not quite on PB.
She did say after Alpine that PB pace was gone.
Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot about Alpine.
Alpine was maybe
I
a
forgot about Alpine.
little dramatic there.
Yeah. Even still, this is
yeah.
very easily a 21 pace for her.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
Going into this run, I mentioned to her we're seeing 331s or 321 from Anne. If we saw 331s, I don't think she'd be quite as happy. All right, 2 go. Moment of truth for Glued. Oh my god.
Stonehill, that's one. Oh,
just
we're doing
go
good
into
old Tuco skip.
Peacekeepers. Just go into Peacekeepers. I
Like an
respect
absolute
it.
Chad.
So, just going straight to Peacekeepers off of this, it's more consistent. It'll lose 20 seconds to getting a first try Tuco, I believe it is. But it will guarantee that you get to Peacekeepers, and yeah, kind of has to take it on the chin. But Glued being the absolute massive Giga Chad gamer that he is, taking that one from take 5, he just had to. All right. We're going to see Anne go for Biscuit.
There's the lineup, the pitch. Oh, we get up. I don't think that's high enough, though.
No shot it is.
No, it is.
What?
Never mind.
I'm insane. I don't know what that hits. All right. Jesus. And putting on a run. Like, this is the performance. And went into this saying they wanted to be anchor because they wanted to know what it felt like to win for their team. And right now, they are making a strong case for being anchor come the final if they do make it. So, man, insane.
For her, we have this homeworld and then Nasty, and then that's GG.
Yeah. Oh, man. This has just been quite the run. An immaculate performance, once again, from Anchovy so far. Stellar performance by everybody, really. But Anne right now, she doesn't want to even come close to opening the door. Like, it cracked open a tiny bit in Alpine Ridge, but now she's just trying to slam it shut. Gonna go for treetops. Oh, here we go again.
No task tops.
That's a first try, I think. No.
Oh, nuts.
That looks so clean. I think they adjusted a bit too much.
You want to stay doing what you're doing. Definitely.
All right, so here we're looking at some task tops again from Anne. I believe they're going to keep going for this until they probably just can't anymore. I think they just didn't get their charge glide off because of what their inputs went by. Glued, fortunately, not having the best of luck with Shemp. And going again, and they hit it.
She gets it.
They're going straight to the end of level with that. Once again, just looking to slam the door closed. I can't blame him. And it's got a little bit of a lead to play with. Unfortunately, Glued just having the worst time with Shemp right now.
I will say, Shemp, when you have a lot of pressure, that is absolute crazy. Like you are, if you get Shemp, that's like, oh goodness. But yeah, that's very hard to do, especially when you're pressured like that.
Absolutely. So, and going for Bolin here. Missing Bolin. Gonna go for the squap. And yes, they hit it. It's gonna be a low squap, so they're not gonna quite make it straight to the vortex. But they are gonna be able to get themselves into the water and over to the end of level area, which is perfectly acceptable. Once again, just stellar. Absolutely stellar run from Anchovy right now.
Yeah. Like I
Not
said,
take anything away
probably
from
the
Glued.
most- It's
Just
like I said, she's probably one of, if not the most dedicated Vortex runner we've got here. And we may have started at the same time, but at a certain point, she just hit the gas and took off and didn't look back.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. There have been very few runners in the history of this entire series that I have followed as closely as Anchovy through her journey in Vortex. And I will tell you firsthand that dedication comes from a place of just extreme want to prove that she is the damn best at this game. You know, and she is certainly one of the best Spyro players we have to offer. And she is putting on a performance to prove that right now. Ooh.
Cove giving her a little bit of guff, though.
All right.
Unfortunately, if you're holding forward when you go for a jump in specifically that area, the game will drop your input, and if you try and charge glide there, you're dropping right down like a rock. And she gets it the second time. Glued going for good old Terry boost. Ooh, doesn't quite hit it, but we're going. We're going.
Called now?
It is a Terra. Well, I mean, it's Terrace boost.
I've just never heard it.
Yeah.
Glued going for a funny little flop there off the corner of that scenery there.
Yeah. Sometimes that
All right.
stalls you enough to not get shocked, but sometimes it don't.
All right, and going for the big harbor with wall glide, I believe here. Once again, doing everything in her power to just slam the door shut on Children of Wonl's chances of winning today. Ooh, bonking again.
Just short to get on there.
If she was a dinosaur, they'd call her the Bonkosaurus. Coming up here, hitting on the back up, hopping.
Oh,
Ooh.
yikes. Yeah, that's unfortunately a very precarious position to be in.
And recovering nice and quick, though. Hopping right back into place, going for it again. Once again, she does have a considerable amount of time to play with. Going for the wall glide.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Okay. If Anne decides to go for that again, I'm not saying there's a chance.
If I know her, she's going to want that. She is very, like, if she wanted to complete the level, she would have done so already. No, she wants to hit these harbor strats.
Got it, right? Surely.
Yeah.
And she's got the time to play with. Oh, maybe I
does.
spoke a little too soon on that closing the door mentality.
How much time and energy she's poured into specifically this trick too. She's definitely going to be like, I'm getting this.
Meanwhile, Loves to be Glued is loving the opportunity he's being given right now. Truly a golden chance here, possibly to give Children of Wonl a Game 3. As Thrasher said, very easily could have gone for something else, and instead electing take the road less traveled. And that has made all the difference. And now only has one level. One level until they can secure their place in the final. Thrasher, what needs to happen for Glued to have a chance here? What combination of events?
Well, she needs to flub the fast thieves, which she is not doing, and then needs to try glideless in the lava room and miss it several times.
All right. Well, one of those two things has not happened already. Man. Credit skipper bus. I like that from Fady. I like the I like the flavor. And trailing nasty, which you really don't want to do. It's a little bit slow here. But as Anne
As long
is
as she gets that
acting,
flame, we're fine.
as Anne flames nasty for the first time, Lewd is entering Nasty's world. And running across the platforms, victory lap right into
That's
Nasty.
Is she
wait.
trying? Is she trying credit skip for real? Oh goodness.
Okay.
Okay,
Like
she
I
wants
said,
a show. She wants entertainment. She don't want the fucking. Sorry.
She is flexing right now. But will this flex come back to bite her? And those on Elora launch. Also, missing the fast thief. Oh my. If they get the fade out also in the nasty room. I think about went through. Anchovy leaving the door open a little bit. Glued. He wants his chance. He wants the opportunity. We will see what happens here. We'll see if Anne goes for credit skip a second time. Who knows?
I'm honestly. I know it's
I'm kinda
fun for a
speechless.
commentator to not have anything to add, but I don't have anything to add. I'm just in awe of what's happening for me.
And not going for glideless. It looks like they're trying to secure this now. I
Yeah,
can hardly
'cause-
blame them.
Yep.
Oh no, they're going again.
He's going for it again.
There's no shot. There's zero shot that Anne actually does.
We are really like. Okay,
All right,
now
GG.
it's GG.
Sorry,
GG.
Goodness gracious, the absolute,
What about Ganasty
the moxie,
Nasty Nork is tough.
The
the
flare.
Now there's order
the
again
oh
in
my
the Dragon
goodness,
Kingdom?
yeah, that was.
Well, mostly.
Nitrop with the raid at the end of game 2.
What will you do
As
now?
far as the actual competition of it goes, that's a 2-0 for Elora launchers. Man, it's a heartbreak there for Children of Wonl. The Spyro 2, just unfortunately, Chouse just had a bit of a Fady 180 moment, if you will. It's it's not mean. It's just honest. It's Fady. I love you, Fady.
We seem to dunk on Fady a lot, though. Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't. This is Fady. This is like Fady would call it a Fady 180 moment. I can tell you that
Okay.
definitively.
But we do look like we're going for glideless on Glued side, so still we're finishing strong.
Glued,
GG Glued.
once again, the hottest Spyro 1 runner this side of the Mississippi. Phenomenal race. Phenomenal show. Incredible job, guys.
Today, all of our pants are really big.
All right. So as far as the competition goes, once again, we have a 2-0 sweep by the Elora launchers. However, do we want to see a game 3, everybody? How are we feeling about that, Jonathan Spyrothon? Just for the
Like
flavor.
there's some demand for game 3, at least in chat.
Just so you know, if you're talking, Phoenix, you're muted in the Discord.
Big game mask runners, got it.
Oh, wow. So we are going to go to a break screen real quick, so hold on to your seats. We are going to see if we can get a game 3 out of these runners. We'll ask around, see what they want to do, see if they have the moxie, the want, the drive, the will to kind of just give us a game 3 and see if the children of Wonl can take one home for their pride. No worries, Jonathan Sparathon. I got you. So hold on to your seats, and we will see you real soon.